Sometimes I sit here and all I think is how much I hate books. I hate reading. I can't do it. Why am I doing this? What enjoyment do I get from it? Just full on crashing out, if you will, which I choose to believe is very common if you work with books. Sometimes I'm just like, not today. These are some of the books that brought me out of a funk. Those moments when you sit there and you're like, absolutely nothing is going to fix how I feel. These did. I'm gonna start with The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. I read this quite a while ago. At the time when I started this, I had just been dumped. It'd been like 1 or 2 months. I was absolutely miserable. I couldn't focus on anything. And yet I picked this up. And word by word, chapter by chapter, I found myself really enjoying something. This made me laugh in a time where I really struggled to have any sort of joy. I'm forever grateful to this book because of that. This is a fantasy rom-com following an assassin and a healer. Magic is deteriorating, so he blackmails her to help heal him. What follows are just very amusing shenanigans they find themselves in. It is an ultra slow burn enemies to lovers romance. I absolutely loved it. Next, we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Through this day, it remains one of my absolute all-time favourite books. This book explores a huge fear of mine, and that is the fear of being forgotten and what impact you have on people. And it does so through our main character Addie, who strikes a deal with the devil in order to kind of have her freedom. Her freedom and her ability to explore comes at the cost of no one remembering who she is. She's a very transient person, kind of experiencing life but making no lasting impact. But one day she finds someone who actually remembers who she is. It's an absolutely beautiful story. I've read it multiple times since. I think it's an amazing, brilliant book. Add It and a Love Story by Yulin Kwong. I read a lot of romance books, both in my free time and for my job, and it can be hard to find ones that stand out from the rest. This to me was such a refreshing rom-com. It delivers 2 characters who are complex. They are not perfect human beings. They make a lot of mistakes. They kind of hate themselves for it. And yet they find themselves faced with this unavoidable attraction they feel for each other, and all of the complications that happens as a result. I cannot wait to read whatever Yulin Kwong writes next. Night in the Moth by Rachel Gillig. This is a romantic fantasy. When I read it, I was just taken away. I was fully transported into another world. For me, I found my brain shutting off, somewhat. I just fully got to experience such an amazing story, such an amazing romance subplot. Fell in love with these characters, with this world. Sometimes you just need to read a book that you unabashedly love. And that is this book for me. I think it is just an amazing read. If you're finding some of your romance books or romantasy books you're picking up are not quite hitting and you're kind of missing a more tension-filled, yearning, slow burn romance, then I think you should read this. Even though it's very much a subplot, this is still a fantasy book primarily. Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. This is a love story, a very intense, meaningful, all-consuming type of love between 2 people who are just trying to do their best. This is the type of book that's not going to land with everyone. You might find the writing potentially not as engaging as other books. I love books and just generally media that kind of